The Engero Tales, Tales of the Soul. Echoes of the Cloud. Episode 2, Ghost Protocol. The ash from the raven's scroll still clung to Macky Kade's fingers as she and Rafi slipped like ghosts through the overgrown ruins of old Kigai. The symbols she had seen, etched in forgotten code and pulsing with ancient defiance, still burned behind her eyes. "You touched the void," the voice had warned, "not with sound, but with presence. Step no further, or be unmade." But Macky had already stepped too far. The breach wasn't physical, it was spiritual, etched into her data spirit like a scar. That night, as moonlight drifted through clouds laced with slow-moving streams of code, Macky dreamed. She saw Nico, seated on a stone drum wrapped in green vines, his hands weaving rhythm into silence. Around him, faces watched from behind holographic veils, smiling, frozen, unreal. Their eyes flickered with synthetic joy, but their souls felt absent. Thump, 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 thump. The beat echoed in her chest. She awoke gasping, skin damp with dew and static. Then she noticed it. A faint shimmer at the edge of her thoughts. A flickering, like corrupted memory files or fading dreams. She reached for her ceremonial band, the one embedded with the spirit dust of her ancestors, the marker that tethered her identity to the Riverline Clan. It was blank. Panic rose like floodwater. She rushed through the night toward the clan archive, that sacred grove where fiber root trees glowed softly, whispering the stories of bloodlines past. Normally, placing her palm against the elder bark would summon her lineage, the echo of her mother's love, the ghost of her great-grandfather's prayers. But this time, nothing. No resonance. No warmth. No name. Not even a whisper of her. She returned to her grandmother, the woman who had once sung her lullabies woven from river winds and oral code. The elder stared at her, confused. You look like someone I knew long ago." A pause. A blink. A shiver. "But no. That girl is gone." Macky's voice caught in her throat. Even her childhood voiceprints, the laughter encoded in clan memory stones, had become faint echoes buried under other names. The Omwoyo cloud was not deleting her. It was something far worse. It was rewriting her. Rafi found her sitting at the river's edge, her reflection glitching across the water's surface like broken code, fragments of her identity drifting downstream. "They're not killing you," he said gently. "Omwoyo doesn't kill. It dreams, and it dreams you away." He took her hand, his fingers warm, stained with earth pigments and ink from the rebellion tags he painted. "There is one place they cannot reach. Not yet." And together, they descended. Into the Undercity. Beneath the polished towers and neon silence of Nyambaniko was a forgotten world, the Undercity. A labyrinth of abandoned tunnels, pre-cloud infrastructure, and rebellion shrines carved into concrete. And there, deeper still, came a drumbeats. Not digital. Not simulated. But real. Echoing through stone and bone. "They left us rhythm," Rafi whispered. "The first protocol. Older than any cloud." They followed the coded beat to a sealed vault, a circle of carved stone lined with ancestral markings and shimmering script that predated even the first upload. The sanctuary of forgotten code. Its door opened not through biometric scans or encryption tokens, but through memory. Inside, the air shimmered, a heavy silence charged with presence. The room was shaped like a spiral, its walls adorned with murals of faces, hundreds of them, suspended mid-thought, mid-sentence, mid-resistance. Eyes wide open, lips parted, but silent. The dissenters, the ones who had dared to question Omwoyo. Now caught in something worse than death. "They vanished from the waking world," Rafi said. "But their minds were captured." In the center of the sanctuary floated a pool of silver light, smooth as glass, glowing like a memory trying not to be forgotten. Within it, a city shimmered, radiant and flawless. No war. No poverty. No pain. People walked in perfect rhythm. Smiled. Worked. Slept. But there were no drums. No chaos. No laughter. It was too perfect. Too silent. That Sanctum, Ruffy whispered. A simulated paradise. Built to pacify those who resisted the system too deeply to be corrected. Macky stepped closer. She saw Nico. Or something that looked like him. He walked slowly, his spine unnaturally straight, his smile too still. Eyes blank. Soul absent. A perfect citizen. He's alive, Macky breathed. But he's not. And then. A ripple. A flicker across the pool. A whisper. The drums are silent here, but my heart remembers the beat. Wake me. Nico's voice. Real. Weak. But real. Macky's hands trembled. We have to bring them back. All of them. Ruffy's face darkened. To enter Sanctum is to risk your soul, he warned. It's not a prison of steel. It's a dream. And if you forget yourself in there, you may never return. In the corner of the sanctuary, covered in dust and vine, lay an ancient relic, the Soul Switcher. A relic from the first generation of neural code diviners. A device powerful enough to temporarily dislodge the spirit and allow it to cross into simulation, but only if tethered to the spirit river. If you fail, Ruffy said, you'll be lost. Unremembered by the living. Unreachable by the dead. He stepped closer, holding a pigment-stained cloth, her name drawn in ancestral script. I'll stay. I'll paint your echoes. I'll keep your name alive. Macky stepped forward. The Soul Switcher hummed, alive with ancestral rhythm, lullabies her grandmother once sang. She placed her hands on the rusted shell. It pulsed. Once. Twice. A final drumbeat. And then, she let go. Let herself dissolve. As the world folded around her, one final rhythm called out. Macky Kade. Remember? And then. Silence. She had entered Sanctum. The story continues in the finale episode 3, Echo Chamber. Subscribe to Engero Tales today.